Well, that's kind of interesting to me because he's been around for quite a bit and has had a giant personality. And, like I said, they changed the app screen based on kind of which is kind of where you are in your journey and when he's doing different things and stuff like that. And I thought it was interesting that they did it with the Tesla Cybertruck, because I thought that was clearly trying to engage Elon Musk. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Business Lunch with your hosts Ryan Dice and me, Roland Frazier. Ryan, how you doing today?
Dude, I'm really, really good because next week I'm headed down to Mexico, one of our favorite places, Punta Mita. You're not going to be there, sadly, but hanging out with our Founders Board Mastermind members. So excited to be that. But right now I'm in that kind of do 2 weeks worth of work in 1 week so that you can actually enjoy your vacation. So nice. I'm excited, but I'm also like incredibly stressed out by the volume of work. And what the mode that I'm in right now is I'm in the I don't want to do any of this, so I'm procrastinating mode.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you have all the pressure, but you're getting nothing done.
And it's terrible because I'm self-aware. Mm-hmm. Like I know that what I'm doing is terrible. Like I had a friend this morning, like, hey, can we get together? I'd love to. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I got nothing to do. That's not true. I got tons to do. Gobs. I just don't want to do it. So right now I'm in the procrastination phase. That's going to give way to the, oh my God, I'm totally screwed and I have to, get all this done. And that's when I'm at like peak productivity, superhuman level productivity.
But you will get it done. I know you will.
It always has a way of getting done. What about you? What you up to?
I am having fun. Our producer, my son Ryan, and I have been playing with one of our friends around with the idea of starting a music channel. And so we're playing with that as I'm coming to the end of a little bit over a year-long redo of my music studio at the house and everything. So that's kind of fun. Can
you reveal yet the channel name or anything?
Synth Cave. I think it's the Synth Cave, but I can't ever find it on YouTube. Ryan has my son's name Ryan has got it, but it doesn't show up on my account.
It's a good sign.
It's really hard to get to, so it's not getting the attention that it would get otherwise. Yeah, but yeah, that's cool. And recovering from a pickleball injury, which is annoying. I don't like I don't like sports injury type things. That's not fun. And
I thought the whole point of pickleball is you're not like allowed to get injured. Like that's why like old people play it and stuff.
Yeah, but you're I mean, it can be like, watch the tournaments. It can be as athletic as you want it to be. So it's definitely if you're playing at a higher level, it definitely gets injurable.
So what did you injure?
I pulled a calf muscle going for a ball that was low, that came down in the opposite direction that I thought it was going to come. So I had to make a quick change. And so anyway, that's enough of that stuff.
The other day I sneezed really hard and pulled my back. So
you did what?
The other day I sneezed really hard and pulled a muscle in my back. So that's how old I am. I'm that age now.
That's fun. Great. I like it. So we had a couple things that we talking about today. One of the ones that is fairly timely is that the very, very big personality green owl named Duo, that is the mascot of Duolingo, has sadly been killed off by Duolingo. Apparently, the story is that Duo, which is his name, was fatally struck by a Tesla Cybertruck. And it's kind of interesting because he had like the picture of him on Duolingo, if any of you guys have the app, changes. Like if you don't, right now he's got X's in his eyes, like like he's been in a tongue that's like he's been.
Ryan, do we have a picture of dead Duo? Can we pull that up on the screen while you're describing it, Roland? Keep going.
Yeah, and he's on my app. I don't know if you can see. This is not going to focus. Yeah, see the X's in his eye?
Yeah, he doesn't look so good.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, just a few days ago, he was mad at me because I hadn't continued my streak, and so it was like a broken glass, like shattered glass all over him, and a fade. It's like very, very funny. Yeah.
Wait, so can dead Can Dead Duo be mad at you?
No, I said a few days ago when he was alive. He was just killed, I think maybe even this morning or yesterday.
Yeah, I heard he was killed. My youngest son Timmy, he did Duolingo. I think he had like a streak, a 500-day streak, which for like
Yeah,
a 11, 12-year-old was pretty solid in German.
no kidding.
And he came and told me, he's like, they killed Duo. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know who we're talking about right now. I was happy to hear that it was an animated,
Yeah.
foreign language learning logo app. So anyway, so what's the plan here? They're just killing off.
Well, that's kind of interesting to me because he's been around for quite a bit and has had a giant personality. And like I said, they changed the app screen based on kind of which is kind of where you are in your journey and when he's doing different things and stuff like that. And I thought it was interesting that they did it with the Tesla Cybertruck because I thought that was clearly trying to engage Elon Musk and Tesla, which is very smart. They had already kind of reeled in because he talks about Dua Lipa being his counterpart. And so Dua Lipa posted an Instagram post about his demise, and several
surely
other
that
brands,
was a paid promotion, right?
who knows?
Like, surely she's in on it.
Who knows? And so several other brands also have done the same thing. So I think they're smart because they're engaging with somebody with a brand that has a giant following and is amazing at marketing, and vice versa. And so I just thought it was pretty cool. And so I thought it'd be interesting to talk about it because the whole idea of a brand change is something that people think about from time to time. And we have certainly, I know we had a mastermind called War Room that we talked about, well, that's kind of masculine and it's like talks about fighting. And when we would get people to do logos for it, I remember one of the animated logos was people with pitchforks and like knives and scythes and like fire in the background. And we're like, no, this is not like apocalypse mastermind. This is, it's like a strategy room, like, Churchill back in World War II. And they're like, well, we weren't alive then. We don't even have any idea what that was. So we had talked then about rebranding it. And it's a big decision because you have brand recognition and everything. And I don't think they're going to change the name of the company, but a mascot that's been around for a long time is, kind of interesting. And so they've got a mixed bag of responses to it. The thing is that they could bring him back, but that would cost them some credibility if they ever tried to do it again. And I think some loss of trust. But also there are people that are like, you can't kill Duo. He's our guy, right? So it's kind of interesting. And so the things that I thought was it is a story also. So rather than just announce we're not classic Coke anymore, we're new Coke. We're the 12 iterations of Pepsi logo or whatever. Here's our new logo. Here's our new brand. They told a story. They said, Duo was out, and is cruised around, got, hit by a Cybertruck, and fatally hit by a Cybertruck. And that creates an actual story. And so I thought that they've done such a good job of telling stories with this mascot for all this time that it was kind of cool and appropriate that they would tell a story here. And they've done a great job of like really creating a dialogue around it so that it's not just something that that they announce. It's actually telling a story, and the announcement comes as a byproduct of the story as opposed to just being a boring announcement. And they talk about funny, it's like they bring in storytelling, humor. They are responding by not committing specifically to what's going to happen in the future. And they are asking their audience to suggest what they think happened or what they think is going to happen. And then they're using that to measure popularity of different potential concepts, crowdsource ideas as to how they're going to redirect the narrative going forward. And then they'll pick the one probably that resonates with the most people that they want it to resonate with, which I think is brilliant. And then they are also doing this, like they want people that like Tesla and Cybertrucks and things like that. So like they're telling a story to people who aspire to the things that are in the story. So that like
the nice thing about that is it works both for people who like Tesla and Cybertrucks and people who don't. Because if
yes,
you like Tesla and Cybertrucks, you're like, haha, yeah, like I love that. And if you hate them, you're like, just like those bastard Cybertruck owners, they're running over like sweet, adorable things. So yeah, it's kind of, you win either way. You either love it or you hate it.
yeah. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to say like lots of good lessons, I think, from that. You know, in the things that I mentioned, and probably some more that you've got. And then, you know, let's talk about if you are thinking about doing a brand change. Is it does it have to be that you're changing the name of the company, or can it just be that you're changing a spokesperson? Because this is effectively a spokesperson or a mascot. Does it make sense to have a mascot? Are there benefits to having an animated cartoon mascot? Because you can have, you know, it's basically never going to ask for a raise because it basically doesn't have any ability to do that, at least not yet, until AI exceeds our intelligence, I suppose. But I just a lot of interesting things here to think about, right? That the split of like having a person who's representing your brand who might go out and get into trouble or do something like Jared, I think it was, for Subway, right?
Yeah.
Like all of your marketing and everything that you've built and put millions or hundreds of millions of dollars into a brand can go away in the blink of an eye if somebody does something stupid or gets canceled or does something illegal. And also you're building brand equity in another person